one of California's most prolific serial killers and rapists.
The answer was and always was going to be in the DNA.
His crime spree haunted the Bay Area. But the suspect stayed hidden in the shadows until now.
My detectives arrested James Joseph D'Angelo,
an ex-police officer named as the East Area Rapist and Golden State Killer. The end of a decades-long search for justice.
I've never let this person define who I am as a person.
Good evening, I'm Veronica Dela Cruz.
And I'm Alan Martin. The East Area Rapist is linked to 12 murders, 45 rapes, and more than 150 residential break-ins across the state in the 1970s and 80s.
His reign of terror began in the Sacramento area, moved to the Bay Area, and then south to Santa Barbara and Orange counties. We have a series of reports on this case. Our team coverage begins now with Emily Turner in the Sacramento suburb of Citrus Heights with the breakthrough that led to an arrest. Emily?
This is where D'Angelo was arrested. This is his home and is still, in fact, a very active scene at this moment. I'm going to hop out of the way because in the last hour a truck has moved and you're able to really get a good view of this crime scene, or at least what is visible past the tents that investigators have set up. So far we know that they have collected a motorcycle, 2 cars and a boat. Likely more evidence will lead to more searches and potentially more charges. That is the voice of a man who terrorized California for decades. The East Area Rapist, now known, investigators say, as 72-year-old Joseph James D'Angelo.
It was more than a professional commitment. It became personal for many of us.
The district attorney says D'Angelo committed 45 rapes and 12 murders. Bruce Harrington's brother and sister-in-law were 2 of those.
It is time for all victims to grieve.
The crimes spanned 10 counties and 10 years. DNA finally helping find the man accountable.
It took a long time. It took a lot of work. We had a lot of people on it, and we were able to kind of drill down to this person that we thought, just from an investigative standpoint, from an optics standpoint, this person looks like someone who might be interesting to us.
New technology gave investigators a mysterious piece of somehow related DNA that implicated D'Angelo, but they won't say more than that.
The DNA, like I said, kind of put us on the right road, and I know I'm being a little circumspect, but it really just said, look east.
Not all of them have DNA evidence, but investigators say they all share the same gruesome MO. He would often break into homes in the pre-dawn hours through windows or doors. He would tie up the male companions while he raped the women.
I didn't hear him come in. I didn't hear anything. And all of a sudden, there was someone standing at my door, the bedroom door.
Perhaps more shocking, the sheriff says D'Angelo was an Auburn police officer during his reign as the East Area Rapist. A man once sworn to fight crime, now facing an accused lifetime of it.
Justice was delayed in this case from 1975 to 1986, but we are here now, and the prosecution of this defendant will occur.
Out of all of the cases investigators say D'Angelo has been linked to, so far there are 8 charges, 2 in Sacramento County, 2 in Ventura County, and then 4 in just the last hour have come down from Orange County. Unfortunately, some of the rapes that he's implicated in, investigators say he will not be able to be charged with because of the statute of limitations on rape. Veronica?
Emily, obviously a lot of questions here, but why the arrest now after all these years?
So in 2016, the district attorney in Sacramento County called for a renewed effort when it came to the East Area Rapist. She said she wanted to make sure that this person was caught. So she handpicked a team of investigators and experts. She gave them an unlimited amount of resources and money and said, find this person. And now, 2 years later, they have.
Wow. All right, Emily Turner, live for us there in Sacramento. Emily, thank you.
The East Area Rapist left many Bay Area communities on edge, and many people remember families locking doors and buying guns. His crime spree began in the Bay Area in 1978, where he targeted single women and couples in Concord, Walnut Creek, San Ramon, Danville, Fremont, and San Jose. KPIX 5's Julia Goodrich live in San Ramon, where she spoke to a woman who says she lived in fear. Juliet?
Alan, it was a frightening time back then, and people still recall. You walk around, you tell them about the latest news, and they know, and they'll tell you. There were neighborhood watches. There were groups that were standing on guard. There were women who were going to hotels so they didn't have to be alone at home. Today is good news.
It was all over the press. It was everywhere. And all over the state of California, and then you hear, or maybe it went somewhere else, and anytime there was a rape, oh, it was the East Side Rapist again.
Carolyn Cavello moved to San Ramon in 1969. Around the corner from her home, the East Side Rapist struck.
Well, there was always fear, yeah, especially when we heard that it was over by Boone Acres Park.
That was a lot of years ago.
But you still recall when I brought it up.
When you brought it up, I remembered it.
Here is a KPIX 5 news report from reporter Ben Williams in 1978.
Saturday night, he pried open the back door and entered the bedroom of a 32-year-old Danville woman who lived alone in a fashionable suburban development. She was awakened while being blindfolded. She never saw her assailant.
He favored quiet upper-class suburbs, usually working in the pre-dawn hours, wearing a ski or stocking mask, and oftentimes spending several hours in the home tying up husbands or male companions. Another incident happened here in San Ramon. A woman sharing a story of how he glued a window lock in an open position, and when he returned to try to get inside to rape her, her dog started barking and scared him away. When police came, they saw the glue, and they told her it was him. Residents so horror-stricken were staying in hotels. Here is Ben Williams' 1978 interview.
They have many a sleepless night, and so after a few nights, they feel as though, gee, I really need a good night's sleep, and I do know of women who have actually done it.
Locksmiths were sent to Bay Area neighborhoods to change locks and add deadbolts. Law enforcement beefed up patrols with a 24-hour strike team.
We're going to be going out and talking to people, explaining what they can do, how they can protect themselves in an effort to prevent his attacks.
Everybody was freaked out there.
Carolyn recalls the constant fear of the unknown.
My sister-in-law, she really freaked out. She lived in Stockton, kind of out in the country, and she went and bought a gun and put it under her bed.
Now, there are no charges filed in any of the Bay Area cases. The only charges filed so far are 2 in Sacramento and 2 in Ventura. Alan?
People can breathe easier tonight, though. Juliet, thanks so much.
Today's arrest stems from DNA that matched 4 murders. In 1978, Katie and Brian Majori were shot to death while walking their dog. Sacramento County Sheriff's Department says the East Area rapist chased them into a backyard, seemingly at random. Further south, 2 years later, Lyman and Charlene Smith were killed in their Ventura home while they slept.